Hello everybody, how's it going? It's me, Krendor, and welcome to Krendor Talks in front of a shitty green screen today. This shitty green screen is very powerful. It is freaking out. So what I want to talk about is just hobbying in general, because it's been about 2 years of me being in the hobby, and obviously I have gotten very into it. It's kind of funny because now I've seen, like, I think Jesse and JP have gotten brand deals for Age of Sigmar because they got the new starter set, the Extremis starter set. I think that's how you say it. So I'm looking forward to seeing them like build and paint and all that stuff. But in fact, JP was like calling me and he was like, "How do I do all this?" So I had to like talk him through a bunch of stuff. I'm like, "You gotta prime it," and he's like, "How do I prime it?" I'm like, "You prime it. Well, you can prime it on the sprue or off the sprue, but for, you know, just prime it on the sprue for like speed purposes and then build it." And I can't wait to see how much they struggle, but it'll be fun. Meanwhile, God, I just finished building an entire Skaven army just so I could play Skaven. I love playing Skaven, by the way. Today I played Skaven versus Lumina, and I killed Teclis on turn 3 because I literally I hit him with an overcharged bombardier rocket. I hit him with an overcharged warp lightning cannon, which then blew itself up. And then I think I hit him with my warp seers D6 mortal wound thing, his orb, and I think I gave him a couple whacks, and then he was dead. So, but dude, I hate Lumineth. Lumineth, it's like I was saying, it's like the Cheesecake Factory menu of ability. There's like Luminous, like, let's see, do we have teleport in the menu? We do. Okay. Do we have cast everything instantly? We do. Do we have -1 to hit for everything around? We do. Okay. You try, oh wait, you can't do that. It's unbound. Okay. What about for lunch? It's like they can just do everything. So that's fun. Anyway, that's not even what this video is about. Hold on. That's not even what this video is about. I wanted to talk about feeling like you're not doing enough in the hobby. I didn't really have this at the start because when I first started, I was building my Lizardmen, my Seraphon, and I was having a great time, you know, and there's something to be said for only having one box that you're working on. Right? I'm like, I built my warriors, I built my knights, and I built my Carnosaur, and now I can paint them, and then they're out, right? Now I have, if you haven't seen my pile of shame, God, the thing's freaking out. I'll put it up here, whatever. You can see the amount of shame that I have. I have so much stuff, and I have to like focus. I'm like, you know what? I'm literally just gonna build Skaven. So for the last like 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, all I've done is just build Skaven. I've built like every Skaven thing, even I built some rattling gunners, which is like, you don't even have to do anything, but they're metal, so you just put them in the thing, and they're just, whatever. So, that's mainly what I've been doing, right? Because prior to that, I was painting a ton. I built all my new orcs, why can't I think of what they're called? The Cruel Boys. Built my new Cruel Boys, that was fantastic. And then I started painting them, and I had a great time painting them, and then, all of a sudden, I just got this urge to, like, play Skaven. Then I went on this big Skaven kick. I don't know why. It just hit me. I was like, I gotta play rats. Now I love the rats. And so, I've built all that. So I'm at a point where I'm like, well, I have a, what do you call it? Gloomspite Gits box I could start working on. But I'm waiting till they get a new Battletome. Because I think they said they're one of the new Battletome things coming out this year. Rumored, essentially, but... as well as Beast of Chaos. Thank God. Beast of Chaos, another army that I built that's... After playing Total Warhammer 2, I just really want actual Beast of Chaos in Warhammer to be good, so I hope their new book comes out soon. Anyway, my point being, it always felt like I wasn't doing enough, because I think I have such a big backlog of stuff that I get this feeling of like, it's just sitting there and I should be building it, right? Or if it's sitting there unpainted, I'm like, I should be painting it. And I always have that feeling. It's like a Marie Kondo cleaning feeling, right? Where if you have too much stuff on your desk, it feels like it's cluttering your brain. That's what I feel like. I feel like I have so much stuff that I have to build or paint. It's just cluttering my brain. So after building all my Skaven now, part of me wants to just keep finish painting my Lizardmen and Seraphon, because I've pretty much completed a whole bunch of them. Might as well, actually finish it off. Then I've got a lot of destruction stuff I could work on. And then there's the rest. There's still so much. But either way, I wanted to kind of ask everybody, how do you deal with that feeling of you're not doing enough hobbying? Which is weird, because this is a hobby for, like, relaxing or just kind of taking some time and enjoying it, like building and painting and being like, all right. Or even just playing the game can be fun. So I'm kind of curious. So what I've pretty much done, and it kind of works. I feel like I need to do this to kind of whittle down the amount of stuff that I have. But I have been like, okay, we're going to do specifically this thing, and I'm only going to focus on that. That way, I don't have to be like, oh, there's so many different things to do. I'm like, nope, we're just doing this. So, like, what I've done was, Skaven. Like, I want to play Skaven. I got to build Skaven. So I'm like, all right, all I'm going to do is build Skaven. So whenever I would sit down, I would just build Skaven. And how much did I build? I built 2 Bombardiers, the Screaming Bell, a Plague Priest, a Doom Wheel, a Warp Lightning Cannon, a Catapult, 80 Clan Rats. That was a fun one. 3 Rattling Guns, 2 Rattling Guns, which, building it. A Claw Lord, a Grey Seer, a Warp Seer, so a Vermin Lord, 3 Gnawholes, all the endless spells, and 3 Storm Fiends. Storm Fiends were the worst. I hated building Storm Fiends. It was one of those things where it's like, when you build new models, like you build the Cruel Boys and stuff, you're like, wow, boom, it's done. Right? Or like, doop, doop, doop. With this, it's like Storm Fiend. It's like glue on his foot, glue on his knee, glue on his thigh, glue on his torso, glue on his upper arm, glue on his hand, glue on his fingers, glue on his gun. It's like, like you hit a point. You're just like, I need a drink. Like you're doing this to relax, and you're just like, you start speaking in tongues, essentially. When you build Storm Fiends, you start speaking in tongues. So that's kind of what I've been. So now that I've built a lot of my Skaven, I'm kind of relaxed on that part, right? The only thing I haven't built is my Hell Pit Abomination, partially because it looks like it's an abomination to build, but I'll get there. It's fine. I don't got that much left to build. Really, it's like the only thing I got left to build. That and like some of the metal stuff, like the Arch Warlock, which apparently is really annoying, even though he's only like 3 parts. We'll see. Either way, now that I've built so much, I think I'd like to paint some more again. So I'm probably going to get back in the paint train. But just this video's all over the place, man. Either way, just tell me how you go about hobbying. Like, do you paint a couple, maybe like an hour or 2 a day? Do you separate your building and painting? Do you go in modes of like build mode, paint mode? Do you have I don't know. Just tell me what you do. I guess that's what it's boiling down to, because mine's all over the place, and I'm trying to get a little more organized is what I'm kind of saying. So thank you for listening to me ramble, and let me know in the comments section down below what you do in terms of hobbying and kind of do this. Words. I'm running out of words. Okay. Okay. See you.